Good afternoon. Really didn't know what I was going to talk about today, or didn't know a whole lot about what I was going to talk about today. While I was sitting here, I realized that I probably should start, for those of you who are kind of looking at me wondering why, because this is not a technically Christian church, but here I am dressed as a Christian clergyman. A spiritualist is someone who lives life listening and taking guidance from their spiritual guides on the other side. One of my spiritual guides, I have been lucky enough to encounter Jesus, and a Christian is someone who follows the teachings of Jesus. So as a spiritualist, I listen to my guides. My guide is Jesus, so okay, I guess that makes me a Christian as well. So I honor my guide, especially on special holidays like this, by wearing a Christian clergy collar. And early in my training, which I happen to have been ordained in this church 6 years ago today, it's my anniversary. Early in my training, I was getting ready to do a service one day and had a whole service all written out as to what I was going to say and how I was going to say it and all these facts and figures and everything. And I'm in the shower with only about 15 minutes to spare to jump in, get dressed and come here. And I got this voice telling me, that's not what you're talking about today. Okay, let's figure out what I'm going to do then. And got dressed, sat down at the desk, opened the computer, and started typing. And I had a voice who gave me an outline. Didn't give me everything I was going to talk about. I had to fill all that in myself. But he gave me an outline. And he did, as I was starting to work on it, he did identify himself as Jesus, and he was the entity that I had come to know with that spiritual energy to him. And one of the things in the outline that I wrote was that while he was here on this plane, the lessons that he taught were love, peace, harmony, and acceptance. And I got down a couple of more lines in the outline and maybe go back up and not just put a dot, but change that to love, peace, harmony, acceptance in capital letters, bold type, period. Everything else in this book is created by man. Everything else that's in this book that's attributed to him according to what he told me that day is all man's words. He taught love, peace, harmony, and acceptance. As did every other major religion founder on the planet. So as we come together today on Easter Sunday to recognize the resurrection of Jesus, at the same time, through his teachings, we have to also recognize every other religion out there, because they all at their basis teach the same thing. And there's so much confusion about that in the world today, with everybody has to be right. Everybody has to know mine is right, mine's right, mine's right. I have the only God. No, this is God, that's the only, and they're all the same. Here at the Church of the Wildwood, our principles state that we give everyone a space to honor the God of their choosing, with recognition that if you're honoring a God, you're recognizing the same God. And as I've been kind of gearing up for this service for the last few weeks, there's been a recurring conversation that comes up with me with several different people, and it's like, okay, you don't have to hit me over the head anymore. I guess that's part of the Easter service. And it comes from a very strange place, in that it was a review that I read on the movie Black Panther. And there was one sentence in there that said, "What is the value of power if you're not using it to help people?" And if you look back at the actual person who Jesus was, who on this planet has ever embodied that better than that man. He had the ability to help people, and that's how he spent his life, was out there helping everybody that he possibly could in any way that he was capable of. And in talking with that and talking with my guides and everything, it's like, okay, so how do we figure out what it is we're supposed to do, how we're supposed to do it? And everyone here has a purpose for being here. And everybody here has something that they can do for someone else. And we don't always know what that is, or sometimes we look at it and don't think that that's what it's supposed to be, or that that's not good enough. When I was a teenager, I had a very gifted astrologist do a chart for me. And she told me that I would be successful in any business that I tried to do as long as it was helping people. And I said, that kind of takes the fun out of that, because at that time what I wanted to do more than anything was to be a costume designer. I wanted to work on Broadway designing costumes. That was what I wanted to do. And I told her that, and she's like, I said, well, that's not helping anybody. And she says, that's helping people create fantasy. So what better thing can you do for mankind than give them an outlet for their fantasy? So you may think that what it is you're good at, or what it is that you have a passion for, isn't really what the world needs from you, but that's why you have a passion for it. That's why you have an ability. Everybody out there has something that they are good at, something that they love to do that is a benefit for mankind. And that's pretty much our purpose in being here. I did give Jen about a 30-second warning before we came up here today, and I told her this was kind of going to be what we talked, or what I talked about, and then I said, you're much better at leading meditations than I am. So to kind of help everybody understand and kind of get to the bottom of what I've just been talking about, I've asked Reverend Jen to lead a meditation to help us all get back to that basic of what it is that we're here for, what it is that gift that we've been given, that we should be here and sharing with everyone else so that we can use our power to help mankind.
For those of you who don't really enjoy meditation or find it difficult, please just relax and just listen along. It should be at least a very relaxing experience, if nothing else. So I'm just going to ask you if you would sit comfortably, or as comfortably as you can, in the wooden pews. Close your eyes, just be relaxed. Uncross any arms or legs, feet flat on the floor. And just allow yourself to settle into your chair. Feel the weight of your body against the wood. You can feel the back of the chair against your back. You can feel the bottom of the chair against your legs. Just become aware of the temperature in the room, the feeling of the clothing on your skin. Be aware of any positions or places in your body where you're holding any tension, any anxiety, any worry, anything that just lingers. We're going to go ahead and allow that just to kind of dissipate a little bit. I would like you to see, sense, or imagine over your head there is a bright spotlight. Your own spotlight. You are center stage, and in this moment you are the most important person in the entire universe. God shines that light right down on you from the divine. And as that light shines down on you and recognizes you, you recognize it back. This is the divine light that we all came from. And every cell in your body rejoices at this wonderful reunion. This warm, comforting, unconditional love that showers down on you now and says, I remember you. I love you. And we allow any feelings that we may have of tension or pain to just slowly dissipate. Imagine sand silting down through water, slowly finding the lowest place it can go as it slowly works its way down and out of your body. And you may feel yourself getting just a little bit heavier in your chair, and that's okay. We want to think of ourselves as being almost like a bag of concrete. Just allow yourself to be heavy in that chair. All of the weight of the world settling down, down, down as that wonderful light shines down on you. And this is a miraculous light because as it shines down on you and through you, it finds the very core of your being, right down into the middle of you. I would like you to see, sense, or imagine that in the very heart of you, buried deep, deep, deep inside, hidden away from everything, is a beautiful, multifaceted crystal, more perfect than anything on earth. And it is the most precious thing in all of the universe. And as that light shines down on it and into it, it refracts in every direction with a beautiful blaze of a rainbow. Brilliant and blinding. The room is full now of all of our beautiful blinding lights, like stars in the sky. And the divine says, this is what you truly are. This is what you were before you were born, and this is what you will be when you return to us. And nothing you can do here will ever change that. They remember us as we were before we came here, when we were still beautiful beacons of starlight. And before they sent us here to this very tough and difficult environment, they made sure that they each gave us a gift to bring with us, beautifully wrapped with a gold bow, as a farewell gift when we left the spirit world to come back here as a child and tough it out. I would like you to imagine in front of you there is a beautifully wrapped gift, elegant, with a beautiful gold bow. This was your gift. This was your divine gift to bring with you to help you to get through and to share with others. Like a giant puzzle, we each have our own piece, no matter how small or how big. The puzzle is not complete without all of the pieces. Everyone's piece is equally as important. So I would like you to take this opportunity in your mind's eye to open that gift. See what beautiful thing was given to you before you came here. And if it's something you don't understand, you can always ask them. They will elaborate. But remember that no gift is too small and no gift is too big. They're all pieces of the puzzle and they all make it perfect. Just take a few moments to look that over, turn it over in your hands and see what it means to you. Take that gift and tuck it into your pocket. Because when you come back to us, it stays with you. You can't unknow it. And if you don't feel like you got something that you understand, it's okay. There's no wrong way to do this. They may come and visit you when you're sleeping and help to remind you of what it was, but nothing is ever lost, nothing is ever wasted. Each of us has a divine gift that we bring with us. So very gently allow yourself to come back to your bodies, again feeling the wood against your back and against your legs. Feeling the fabric on your skin and the temperature in the room. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes. And understanding that even as you get ready to open your eyes, your light is still shining brightly whether you see it or not. Just keep that beacon on. And whenever you're ready, you can just open your eyes and rejoin us in the room.
Thank you, Reverend Jen. So, now here we sit with new knowledge. Springtime of the year where all things come to bloom and start to grow, and now we all have our gift that we can look at and feed and nurture and watch it grow. It's not unusual that every religion out there has something that they celebrate this time of year that talks about rebirth and then renewal of spring and its gifts and its promises. And I hope that today, between the few words that I've said and the meditation that Reverend Jen has done to help you to understand what your gift is, that now on you'll be able to go forward and use that gift to not only serve divine, but serve your fellow man. Thank you.